Hi and welcome to RickSwanRacing. So tonight I'm still in the Mustang, still digging the Mustang. I am doing the GT3 Fixed and then the GT3 Open event at Sebring. I'm super excited to be back at Sebring. I'm going to go ahead and get this thing rolling here. Really excited to be back at Sebring. I'm a big fan of Sebring. It's a fun track. It's a brutal track. It's a very entertaining track. And I'm definitely excited to be back at Sebring. You know, the tracks last week were fun. Over in Japan, it was Fuji and Suzuka, and that was fun. It was a good time, but I really am a big fan of Sebring. So I'm going to get on with it. I'm going to try to get some practice in and try to get out there and see how slow I am compared to everybody else. But this week is going to be something different, so let's get on with it.
Pit lane speed limit is 45 miles per hour. The pit exit's clear.
I think I'm actually going to pit real quick because for some reason my base shakers have decided to stop working on me, which feels kind of weird. So I think I'm going to hit the pits real quick and see if I can get them to play nice. So this time around I'm just going to pull into the pits real fast. See if I can motivate them. It's kind of the thing, you know, once you get used to having haptics, you really begin to rely on them, and then when they go away, it feels very odd when you don't have something that you're used to having. And they do definitely. I'm a big promoter of haptics. I find that they help quite a bit, like the base shakers and stuff like that. So I'm going to see if I can fix these things fast, come around, and I'll pit. This is just a practice session, so I've got ample time. It's pretty amazing how sterile it feels without the base shakers. So I'm gonna try to dive into the pits real quick and see if I can get them to cooperate.
What's your speed limit in the pits? Box in 1180 feet. feet.
Yeah, and I don't know why it just cuts out occasionally. Very rarely though. It hasn't happened very often. So here, I'm gonna turn the mic out for a second and see if I can figure some stuff out. Alright, I think I got lucky, so now I need to see if I can get them to play right, front, back. Yeah, and I highly recommend them. Anybody who's had a chance to ever use base shakers, they are so nice to have. They really, not only do they just help All right, that seems to work. So let's give that a go. Not only do they give you a lot of feedback. It really makes a pretty big difference when you're racing. You can feel running over surfaces like rumble strips. You can feel the shifts. You can feel the engine. You can feel everything. And so I definitely recommend anybody who's considering trying to get base shakers or similar. They make a pretty big difference. So I think I got them running properly. So now I'm going to go out and test it.
Exit's clear.
Looks like it's going to be a sunset race at Sebring. I went to Sebring to film, let me think, what was it? It was IMSA. I missed the WEC event, but I saw the IMSA race and rolled into Sebring really early. And the sunrise was absolutely amazing. It was crystal clear like it is right now in the sim, but sunrise coming up over Sebring was absolutely beautiful. But as with anything, this being a fixed GT3 race, I have a feeling it's going to be a slugfest. Probably not as bad. It doesn't seem as bad as GT4, but GT3 can be pretty brutal too. GT4 is just like it's like a boxing match. It's vicious. Maybe only one step up from Miatas. I think Miatas could be the same way. Nice sunset.
Sector 1 is 0.33 off the pace.
That's not too bad. I'll take it. Less than half a second off pace, and my tires aren't even up to temp. It's not too bad. Yeah, I don't know what it was about Suzuka, or I mean Suzuka I wasn't familiar with at all. That was pretty reasonable that I wasn't going to be fast there. And Fuji, I struggled to get the car to perform the way I wanted to. When I went from a fixed setup to a open setup, it helped. It felt better. It didn't feel quite as squirmy, but it still pushed
Sector 2
a
is
lot.
0.45 off the pace.
All right, I'll take that too. I wouldn't mind being in Florida right about now. It's kind of cold where I live.
P34. Sector 3 is 0.8 off the pace.
So it's crazy that I'm basically, I'm P34 and I'm just over, if I'm correct, basically just over a second off pace. And that means that this is tight. There's going to be a lot of people really close, bumped up, which is good. That makes for some tight competition. Actually probably going to pull in for just a minute here, and I need to fix these shakers because they're not really putting out a lot, so I think I need to turn them up a little. So I'm going to pit this time around and adjust that. Yeah, definitely at night makes it much harder to get your marks. Alright, so pit in now. See if I can fix this one more time.
Look out for the pit speed limit. Box in 1180 feet.
Got about 15 minutes to the race, so now's a good time to kind of mess with this stuff. It's blue Ferrari.
300 feet. 100 feet.
Alright, we'll pause here for a minute. I guess it's going to make me take tires because I didn't turn
Left
that
front,
off.
99%. Rear left, 99.
Let's see if I can turn these shakers up a bit. Base shakers, alright. What if I can test them from here? Ooh, that's a lot. That's a lot more interesting. I don't know if I wanted to. Let me see. That's a whole lot of vibration. Yeah, I guess that's better. That was exciting. Yeah, for some reason they must have turned themselves down or something. Right now I have the bass shaker pulling the audio feed to drive it from actually my right monitor. That's one of the things when you add all of these peripherals is you get a lot of conflicts in it. Conflicts, and it takes a little bit of creativity to get everything to work, but yeah, the reward is you can end up with a system that's really immersive. All right, go back out. Yeah, I feel a lot more now.
There's a car behind. Stay inside the line. Cold tires all round.
I don't think my dogs are a big fan of it, but that's okay. Probably good that I moved the sim down into my basement. Like each of those downshifts, you feel it as a punch in the seat of a. It feels very, I wouldn't say violent, but it's very affirmative. It's like a thud. And even like right now, road noise, I can feel the rumble in the feet down in the pedal box. But the good news is when the car starts to break traction, you can actually kind of feel it. You hear it and feel it at the same time. Yeah, and as I mentioned, my goal tonight is to try to run this event and
35.
try to tie into the open 40-minute race right after this, right on the heels of this. There's like a 10-minute window. I'm going to try to get them both. Hopefully. IMSA this week.
Sector 1 is 1.7 seconds off the pace.
IMSA this week is at Road America, which is another really, really fun track. I'm looking forward to doing that one this week too. I'm like right there coming in and rattling off the ABS when everything lit up on the sides. I could actually feel it in the base shakers that it was breaking traction.
P36. That's 20 minutes to go, 20 minutes. Sector 1 is 0.9 off the pace.
Looks like I'm gaining a little bit of time back on the Delta. Up by almost half a second. Now, I don't think the tires were completely up to temp. It takes a few laps for them to come in, it feels like.
Sector 2 is 0.8 off the pace. P31, good lap, that's your best in the session. You're currently 2.8 off the pace.
I mean,
Sector 3
that's
is
pretty crazy.
0.6 off the pace.
I gained half a second on that lap, and it made me 5 places higher. So this is going to be, I think it's going to be tight. Which is good. That'll be good. Makes for a lot more fun competition. People are evenly matched. A little deep on that one, but not too bad. Of course, my time this one's a little bit down.
You're a second off the pace in sector 2.
Third gear just doesn't work in that corner. At least not for this car. Like, I'll try fourth gear. I think fourth gear is way too low for that. Yeah, dogs. No, that's not gonna work.
P33.
Stick tires in the dirt. Doesn't really help your speed much. This time around, I'll have to see how much time we got left.
Okay, Rick, 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes.
Well, that answers that question. 15 minutes. Yeah, the thing is I see sometimes is you get people that they're really fast at practice, but you put them on the track with other cars and they struggle to navigate the track well. I mean, ideal lines are great, but the minute you add other cars, it gets a lot more complex.
Sector 1 is 1.4 off the pace. 33 is 0.8 off the pace.
I think I'm actually going to check something here really quick. It says there's 15 minutes left, but I want to make sure I'm actually in a race session. Because I believe this race starts at 6:15, which is like now. So let's check this out. Because it would make no sense if there's 15 minutes left of the session, yet the race starts at quarter after. So I'm going to hang tight here a minute. There we go. Right on. Now we will jump into the race session. Yeah, it's a pretty fast race too. This is only a 20-minute sprint fixed. Again, based upon the competition, what I saw, it looks like it's probably going to be a pretty evenly matched field, which is pretty cool. And then if I'm fast, I can jump into the open class race that happens to pop right after this. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. But we will find out. Worst case, maybe there'll be an IMSA race right after, and I can jump into that and go run around Road America for a bit. That's a fun track. It's a track I have not been to that I'd really like to see. It looks so fast. But from where I live, it's kind of a haul to get to. Not that Florida, I mean, Florida's a ways away, but we tend to find ourselves in Florida an awful lot.
Checkered flags out, B33.
Interesting. So maybe it's not going to be a sunset race. Cool. All right, let's get out there. Let the Southern Mustang go.
The pit exit is clear. Push now.
About 30 seconds left in this little practice, and then it'll be qualifying.
The track temperature's decreasing. It's now 77 Fahrenheit.
Bumped that curb and fell through a ram pitch. It's rather picturesque. Nice. All right, let's go qualify. Clonk.
Okay, Rick, we've got 2 laps to get the job done, mate.
And as usual, take the first lap kind of easy, try to get stuff up to temp. Imagine the track is going to cool down if it's a sunset. Sebring gets hot, hot, hot. Hot and dry, windy. It's always windy in Florida.
The track temperature's decreasing. It's now 76 Fahrenheit.
All right, let's go. Let's go. Really kissed the dirt there a little bit. But I think I kind of kept it out. Yeah, so this will complete the first qualifying lap, which is, you know, tires are still cold, so the next one I'll be able to push a little bit harder. One more lap.
The leader has just done a 2:02.34. P2, that puts you 2.1 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.5 off the pace.
Currently sitting at P4. It's not too bad.
Just done a 2:02.20.
But I suspect I'm going to drop a fair bit, because if the leader is that fast and I'm almost 2 seconds off, I'm going to probably drop down. I'm guessing again I'll end up mid-pack, which is fine.
Sector 2 is 0.8 off the pace.
Currently sitting at P6.
The leader's just done a 2:02.03.
So 204, so about 2 seconds off. Still sitting at P6, so that's not horrible. All right, let's go back to the pit, wait for this session to end. About 1 minute to go before race start. Yeah, one of the things that I think looks a little odd on those Mustangs, or at least looks a little strange, is, or not strange, but I notice it that when they're in the real cars, when they're going over the bumps and coming around, that the the uprights for the wing oscillate side to side a lot. I'd be really interested to see what they made those out of. I'm assuming it's some sort of a carbon fiber layup with a foam core or something, but man, they just vibrate back and forth so much. I think the Porsches do too, if I recall. There's another car, I'm trying to remember what it was. I want to say maybe the Porsches do too. You know, but I don't really see it in any of the other cars. Like, you know, the Ferrari, I don't see it. The Corvette, I don't remember seeing it in videos. The BMW seems wicked strong. It was funny though, is when I filmed the Rolex a couple years ago, the BMW M4s were driving, and the rear carbon fiber trunks,
7th position.
one of them like flipped right up, just completely left go, and it was acting like a giant air brake. All right, time to race. All right, fix my tires real quick because I don't need tires. And I just lost my camera, so I'm going to have to restart that. So let me try to fix that real quick.
Good. 90 seconds.
For some reason, this camera decides that it's going to be crazy temperamental. See if it recovered, and it wants to play nice. Yep, looks like it finally recovered. Yeah, I don't know why it does it. I don't know if it overheats or what it is, but it gets temperamental and it cuts out. It does it very sporadically. Come on,
60
GoPro.
seconds.
Alright, so I fixed my tires. I'm not taking tires, but then again, I
The track temperature is
tend to
falling.
pit.
It's now 76 Fahrenheit.
Starting about, I think I'm P8. Looks like quite a few cars behind me. Yeah, I know my camera goes out because I can actually hear it disconnect. Does that little Microsoft sound, and it disconnects, and then I look up and check my monitor and I see that it's no longer functioning.
30 seconds.
Right, so this is a one lap full warm-up lap, so we don't get the standing start, thank God, because that would be like in the Porsche Cup and stuff like that. I think the Porsche Cup does it.
Your tyres are cold, watch out. P8.
Any minute, wait for the pace car to go.
Okay, rolling starts. Follow car number 11 in the right lane. You need to catch up to the guy ahead. The pace car speed is 57 miles per hour.
Right next to that other Mustang that I was practicing with. Yeah, I think it's going to get a little silly up here pretty fast. It would be cool if they did a single file warm-up and then they had everybody break out closer to the end of it, so you don't get a lot of unnecessary collisions between people while they're trying to warm up tires and brakes and such. Because now you got to get everybody around this little hairpin here, and you know people are going to get dumb. Makes for a fairly long warm-up lap. I've seen people on the warm-up laps get just completely pile-drived by people behind them that aren't paying attention as they're trying to warm up their tires, warm up their brakes, and they get way too gutsy and they just pile drive the guy in front of them, which really sucks because, you know, then you're taking damage and you haven't even started the race. You're starting the race with a bunch of damage and a bunch of points just because the guy behind you is not paying any attention to what the hell he's doing. You get some monkeys in here sometimes.
Catch up to car number 11.
Alright, so back stretch. Just got to go around Sunset and then it's on. So.
You need to catch up to the guy ahead.
I tend to bleed spots in the first turn though because people dive bomb pretty bad.
Alright Rick, be ready. Let's go.
And there's a jump. This guy in the Ferrari is going to muscle his way through. And the guys behind him
Clear left, left
are
side.
going to dive in.
Hold your line, clear left. Incident in turn 1. Looks like it's
You get all those guys that hang back a little, and then when it goes green, they get a run up, which is kind of bullshit, to put it bluntly. They get this run up, and then they just drive by you into the first corner. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it other than you can try to block, but if you block, you're going to die. Somebody's going to clean you out.
Right, the guy ahead of us is Davey, car number 2, B license.
All I can do is try to keep my nose clean for a first lap or so. And hope that these guys decide to rub elbows a lot.
Reeling Davey in, the gap is 0.6.
It's quite the freight train going right here. I have a feeling it's going to end poorly in a sec.
Car left. Still there. Just clear left, V10. On your left. Still there. Clear left. The guy in front is Gomez. Car number 6.
McLaren, what you doing in the dirt? Why is that guy rear-ending me? What the hell, dude? It's not very nice. I guess it was just a love tap. Don't touch my butt.
Okay, Rick. Don't let this guy distract you.
Well, if he'd stop touching my butt, I wouldn't find it distracting.
Right side.
You can go over there if you want to, my man.
Right side's clear.
And he killed us.
To your left. There's an incident in Bishop. It looks like Van der Wouder.
I don't want to get killed. Well, that was pretty stupid of you.
We've been called into the pits by the stewards for repairs.
Well, there's that. Now I get to tow, because my car's dead, because that guy was a moron.
Front left, 98%. Left rear, 98.
Ooh, my rear of my car's. Well, let me see.
The leader has just done a 202.80.
This isn't terribly exciting, but I'm pretty sure that guy called me the idiot too, which I'm trying to figure that out, why he cut into me. But that's what you get for trying to go around the outside. Let me see if I can see the replay on that. Back that up a bit. Let's watch how this transpired. So this guy right here is really itching to get by, but he can't stick it. So he's getting all anxious.
15 minutes remaining, 15 minutes to go.
I'm just going to sit here and watch this for a minute, because I have a feeling I'm going to have a whole lot of repairs. Looked like when I was trying to drive the car out, the rear wheels weren't even turning and the whole rear end was caved in. Alright, so he's still doing his thing. I like that paint job on the Mustang behind him, though. Let us see. Oops. I think I can race. Let me see. Do I get a faster pair? I can't find my mouse. Repairs needed. How long? 13 minutes. Yeah, so nearly the entire race. Let's go back to watch that again.
The leader's just done a
I'm pretty much done because of that monkey.
New fastest lap for block, 201.80.
See if I can rewind it to the accident. Bear with me a sec here. We're going to watch this. Alright, so he's coming up. He gets a run, and he decides he's going to try to go around me on the outside. Starting here. So he gets a run. He says, okay, I'm going to go around the outside. I'm giving him room, and then he cuts in on me. And kills us both. The moral of the story is, my man, is don't try to go around somebody on the outside there. That's kind of stupid. So, I mean, you can see right here, I'm literally almost an entire car width off the racing surface. I'm trying to give this guy as much room as I can give him. But no, he's decided he's actually to the point that he's actually on my racing line on the outside. I have the right of way at this point. I have the lead. He should have been smart and tucked in behind me, or at a minimum, at least gone way over. So here we go. So I come back out off because I have no choice but not to. We collide because he's literally in my space. And then it's all over from that, and we just kill each other. I got to see who that was. I'm curious what driver it was. I'm guessing it's Mr. Nathan Vanderwoerd that decided to call me an idiot but misspelled it. So, all right, let's go back to the race for a minute. I won't beat up on him too much. But the moral of the story is don't be stupid. Don't try to go around the outside on somebody like that. That's kind of a dumb move. And in doing so, he destroyed the race for both he and I. So, and again, you can't win a race if you drive like an idiot. There's a difference between being aggressive and being a tool that decides to ruin your race and someone else's race. So let me see what time. It's 6:40. So I'm actually going to drop out of this because there's 11 minutes left of the race. I've got 11 minutes in repairs. So newsflash, I am not getting back in this race. So let me jump out of this. And I'm going to quit, which is, again, going to kill my I rating, but I really have no choice. So I'm going to jump out of that. I'm going to retire from this race, turn off my sim hub thing. And the next race coming up is going to be at 6:45, which I don't have time to get into, which is IMSA and Road America. Or do I? Let me forfeit this. Let's see if I can get in on that one. Unfortunately, I hate to have to forfeit that, but I got no choice. So I'm actually going to register for Road America because I like Road America. So we're going to do that. And I'm going to go ahead and join that, and I'm going to step away for just a minute as soon as this thing starts loading up, and I will be right back if it lets me. There we go. Join. Bam. Okay. I will be right back. I'm going to put my starting stream be right back thing, and I'll be right back. All right, I am back. Successful. Gotta hit the bathroom while you can in between races. Usually I don't get much of a chance, but then again, I didn't exactly intend to die in that last race. But, and again, I'm not trying to be a baby. I'm not trying to cry about it. I'm not trying to rant. But one of the downsides to iRacing, though, is you definitely do get people that
the leader has
they
just 205.65.
They just take unnecessary risk and end up ruining the race for everybody. I'm going to take a second here and get a sense of how much time is left in this session. I think this practice session should be about over, and we'll get right into it. Fortunately, last night when the schedule changes Monday night for iRacing, and actually I think LeMans Ultimate does too, but I was able to run this a little bit last night and get some laps in. Let's see what time this actually starts.
The leader has just done a 205.11.
I believe this race starts at 6:45, as I remember. So I'm going to check the schedule real quick, but I have a feeling it's going to pop in just a minute. But I like Road America. It's a fun track. And I see everybody disconnecting, so my suspicion is the race is about to start. There you go. All right. Let's go jump into Road America. Hopefully I have a little bit better luck in this one. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I try to leave a lot of room. I really try to make sure that I am not causing someone else to lose their race because of my stupidity or my over-eagerness. I try to be a super clean racer, and you know, that's one of the downsides to different groups of racing on iRacing and stuff, where you got A license, B license. I mean, I'd like to say that A license drivers are definitely cleaner. They're not. I mean, it's a mixed bag. You know, you get clean drivers and unsafe drivers in all different sims, all different license classes and stuff like that. And, you know, I think that's the thing about sim racing versus real world racing is, again, it's just pixels. So if you crash somebody out, who cares? You take a hit on your safety rating or points. There's really no repercussion depending on how the licensing structure and penalty structure is created. And I think a lot of sims struggle with that too. Like, that was one of the things that I wasn't a fan of with Assetto Corsa Competizione. If you go into the public lobbies, you know, you're going to run into people that are just out, they don't care, they're out there to slaughter you. And it was very hard to get consistent, clean racing. And you go into LeMans Ultimate, for example, and it's actually been pretty good. My current only complaint, I actually really like LeMans Ultimate. My only current complaint with LeMans Ultimate is because it's a pre-release or whatever they want to call it, a paid beta or whatever, is there's not as many people, so it's very hard to find populated splits, especially for multi-class. Like, if you wanted to get into a split with GTEs, LMP2s, and the LMDHs, it's very, very hard to find a fully populated split, which blows, you know. But I get it. It's still a paid beta, so they're still trying to develop the sim, and I know that the sim has had some issues. Financially, the developer is still trying to get it up and going, and I really hope they do. But the next best thing to me is what I'm doing right now, which is IMSA mixed class. It's just so much more fun. It's more challenging when you have the dynamics of having a variety of cars going at very, very different speeds. But let me get out here and get some practice in. Looks like I might have, what have I got? I can pump 19 seconds, so probably going to go straight into qualifying. Yay! That's okay, I can do it. I got it. Hopefully I just don't die, like last time. So I've magically teleported from Sebring to up here in Cheese Land, I guess. Cheese and Sausage Land. Was it Elkhart Lake, I think? Elkhart Lake? I'll probably find myself in here in this race with the guy that just stuffed me, knowing my luck. Now, guys are hyper aggressive. They tend to find themselves in the wall anyways at some point. All you can do is just try to stay the heck out of it and not end up being an unnecessary casualty. But for now, I'm going to go qualify.
Pit lane speed limit is 45 miles per hour. We have 2 laps to get the job done.
So 2 laps. It's a pretty long lap, so it's going to take a bit to get my tires up to temp. This is a really pretty track. Very fast. The thing that bothers me about this track is all the sponsoring is food. You've got cheese, but wait, there's more. I wouldn't say it bothers me.
Temperature is decreasing. It's now
makes me hungry.
Fahrenheit.
Okay, and then what do we got? We got Chevy. That's right. Corvette's here. Okay, still going. So you've got cheese. You've got Corvettes. Campers. And then, oh, wait, this, yeah, sausage. There you go. Speed limit. Cheese and sausage. I like the mission. I guess this would be fajitas and stuff like that, I think. It's one-stop shopping for food. It just makes you hungry. Yeah, Mission, I think they make, I want to say they make like tortillas and stuff like that. Bobcat. Alright, so now, what do we got here? It's flying into Green Bray, so... Alright, so first hot lap, so now it's time to stop talking about food and race. Still a little cold there. Got on the binders a little harder than I should have probably, and they really wanted to slide. If I'm correct too, it's probably not in the sim, but I want to say last year, the year before, they repaved Road America, and I think it got, if I recall, it got fast, but it was slippery. Because of the repaving, all the lack of rubber. Tires are still quite cold. Around the carousel. It's a good place for prototypes to go on the outside if you're brave. You can stick it around the outside. So much more downforce at speed. I was doing, what, 120 around that. This is a place where everybody dies as they get off into that. As soon as you get over in the grass, you're screwed. They've had some really bad accidents there. Canada corner. People like to park in the gravel back there. Tires are still cold.
The leader's just done it. 205.67.
And then up the big hill. If you're low on gas, that's bad because you can't make it into the pit. I think I'm going to be a couple seconds off pace anyways. 2.5 maybe.
P3. Sector 3 is 1.1 seconds off the pace.
Still cold tires. I think it's going to take a couple laps to up to temp. Use all the room.
Sector 1 time is good.
A video of a race, I think it was SCCA, where a guy lost his brakes going into that corner right there. And I think it was like a Civic, and he just, oh, it was horrible. He went into those tire barriers, lost his brakes, went in the tire barriers, car flipped up and over, and it was like, he was fine, but it was scary. I saw that on YouTube. Trail brake, try to get the rear end a little bit to come around. A little more tire front, you know, steering. She's pushing out.
Sector 2 is
45 miles per hour.
Has just done a 205.58.
I'm up a second. This is my last qualifying lap, so I guess I'm going to get to go with that one. A little over a second gained. Don't really know where that
was a 207.53.
Yeah, I'm still probably a good 3 seconds off, I think. Alright, park it here. Go back to the pits. Hopefully. There we go. Got 34 seconds. Let me see if I can back up to the previous lap. Watch this for another 20 seconds or so. Things sound so good.
That's the end of the session. P5.
Well, P5 in class, I'll take it. Hopefully we got a good turnout of prototypes. That makes it a lot more fun. Alright, so we are going to jump on in. As soon as I find my mouse. There we are. Grid. Get her started up. So I see hypercars and I see LMP2s. Good. And I'm going to fix my tires because in this one I do have to pit. And taking tires, if you don't need them, is a really long amount of time. The fixed race is a little bit shorter than the, I believe is a little bit shorter than the open race for this iRacing IMSA thing. So the tires just don't seem to get beat up as much. I want to say, you know, I'll probably finish the race with like 85% fronts or something like that. So really don't need to take the time, kill the time to take tires. And I want to say in this, you end up, if I recall, you end up finishing the race with like, or not finishing the race, but you end up pitting with maybe 5 minutes left in a 40-minute race or a 35-minute race. So it's barely enough time to come in, get a splash of gas,
the track temperature's falling.
And get right back out there. There's not a lot of time. That is provided you don't take damage. I see a lot of Mustangs in this group though, which is nice. I see some behind me. I see one right there. It's a cool looking Mercedes livery over there, which looks an awful lot like Turner Motorsports on Mercedes. Interesting. Got about 22 seconds before rolling, and it looks like we got a full lap, which is going to be a really long rolling start. And then there was one race I did probably about a year ago that I filmed.
10 seconds.
And
okay, Rick. Our target today is to finish around P5.
P5.
35 minutes.
And the prototypes coming up the hill to the start-finish line ate it, and there was cars literally flying through the air. It was like popcorn. It was the craziest thing.
Get ready. We need to follow car number 9 in the right column.
All right, let's do this thing. After a really long first lap.
The pace car speed is 60 miles per hour.
This is a really, really fast track, or at least it feels real fast.
Catch up to car number 9.
Those prototypes carry so much speed too. They carry a lot of speed, and so you definitely have to be paying attention. Guess we're going to go really slow for our first lap. Yeah, I don't know if the swerving actually helps the tires. I think it does. If not, it just makes me feel cool. So I'm going to swerve. Those guys just rear-ended each other almost. For some reason, the LMP2s are dragging their butts. Not sure why, but they're doing some weird stuff. I think this yellow Mercedes is like brake checking the guy behind him or something. I need to stay away from that garbage. See if I can get some heat into my brakes.
To close the gap to the guy ahead.
Huh. Yeah, I'm curious why the LMP2s are hanging back so far. I mean, I don't see the prototypes in front of them, but...
Catch up to car number 9.
We're going to go green probably pretty soon. Actually, real soon. Because...
to catch car
hypercars are actually on
okay,
the final straight. So this is going to get ugly fast. And here we go. Not an official green, but people are going, so...
Green, green, green.
Alright. Weird start, but I guess it is what it is.
Okay, Rick, the next car is car number 28, and their rating is 0.9. Left side. Clear left. There's an incident in turn 6. The next car is John's, car number 14.
See if I can catch up to this guy. I want to get away from those Ferraris behind me. They're being kind of wacky. That blue one was trying to dive bomb me a little bit. Really did not want to see him kill my race. Right now it's a little treacherous because the tires are still kind of cold. Like right there pushing. But they'll warm up fast. I think if I can get a good lap or two and clean, then I can start making up some time.
Behind is now 1.3. The gap to P4 in front is now 1.4.
Pretty sure I'm outside his draft. What is he up there? Oh, just barely though. He's just shy of 2 seconds, so I'm probably just outside it. Maybe I can catch him on some of these corners. too hot. Way too hot. Oh, my brakes let me down there. I was way too aggressive on that. That was stupid. Thought I had more tire and brake, and I definitely did not yet, so we won't be doing that again until they warm up a bit more. I was trying to be a little greedy. Got a little overconfident.
Gap to Da Silva behind is now 1.6 seconds.
I'm going into this front stretch with roughly about the same gap that I had last time. Maybe slightly worse. I think I can make some time up in the corners if I'm a little careful.
The gap to Johns ahead is now 2.0.
I think I just need to be a little more gentle. A little more cautious. We got about 11 laps before fuel. Because I know a little trick there. You can actually go quite wide there. You can actually straddle that rumble strip.
There's an incident in turn 5. We think it might be call.
Coming around that about 150.
The gap to Johns ahead is increasing. It's now 2.1 seconds. Gerard, car number 9, is leading the race. P5.
He almost died there. That was weird. My guess is he broke traction on that rumble strip and it kicked him out. there's a GT3 coming up fast behind me. A shift. Interesting.
The gap to P4 ahead is now 1.5 seconds. Alright Rick, there's a faster class car approaching.
Oh, maybe they're not. Maybe those are prototypes. I was like, damn, those are some fast GT3s. How are they catching me already? Oh, there is. There's a purple car back there catching me somehow.
Alright, car number 26 is now leading.
I think it's a Mustang, purple Mustang.
Faster car behind. He's racing us for position. I don't think we'll get a blue flag.
Get over, let this guy die. What that might allow me to do is catch up to this car.
Okay, Rick, you're reeling. P4 in. The gap is now 0.8.
A track like this really suits the Mustangs. I think there's a purple one catching me. He's fast. I wonder if it's somebody that started in a pit.
Here come the LFP1 runners.
Seems really quick to catch up for starting back.
Flag. That lap was a 2:07.00. On your right. Clear right. Blue flag, car right. Clear right. Blue flag. Car behind's a faster class. Car left, clear left.
Yeah, unfortunately that corner just screwed me when that guy had to go around the outside. That purple car caught us, but
Blue flag.
I think that Mustang in front of me is riding that curb a little hard.
The gap to P6. Behind is now 0.6.
Oh, big red, big red, big red.
Yellow flag.
I'm glad that that purple car didn't come wailing through because I did not know where that Mercedes was going. Could have very easily killed it for us. I know this guy's going to get me though. He's just way fast. That's okay. He'll probably get me on. He'll draft me up the hill and probably beat me to the corner. He's got such a draft right now. So I'm not going to really screw with him. There's no point. I'll make it work for it.
Hold your line.
But the draft is
Still there.
Go for it.
Hold clear right. Faster car behind. All right, Rick. Just keep hitting your marks. This is looking good.
Now the draft is so strong. Let's sit over here.
All right, clear right.
So you see that prototype. Tuck in here behind this purple Mustang. Maybe he can drag me up to this guy.
The car in front of us
Might
is
as well
now silver. Car
use
number 5.
use him.
Their rating is 2.0.
2.0, yeah. He's
That's half fuel.
definitely
Used half your
higher, much higher rating than me.
The answer P4 ahead is increasing. It's now 0.8.
Yeah, my I rating got slaughtered because of the races like that GT3 fix that I was just in. But I'm having fun.
There's a faster class car behind.
I want to get around this corner before him. There you go, dude.
On your right. Right side's clear.
I don't like when they try to tuck inside of you on that corner. It's just everybody dies when that happens. There's a certain obligation to prototype racing that you gotta know when to get aggressive and when to be
As
a little
faster cars approaching, this group
patient.
includes the class leader. 20 minutes remaining, you've got 20 minutes left. Car right. Clear right. Clear right.
Doesn't do anybody any benefits when you're so aggressive that you kill yourself in another car by not being just
Car
a
right.
little patient.
Clear right.
I'd like to try to stick with these two guys.
Blue flag. There's a group of faster cars behind you. They're racing for position. Right side. Right side's clear. Blue flag. Car left.
Trying to keep
Clear
this
left.
inside line tidy and make it easy for that prototype car to get around me. Because these guys are going to have to contend with these prototypes now, which is going to get
Blue flag.
weird.
Okay, Rick. There's a faster car approaching. Car right. Right side's clear. The gap to silver ahead is increasing. It's now 2.1 seconds.
Oh, big slide. What that was all about. I think I got a little... I wonder where he's going. I wonder if he took some damage or something. Or really, really pit. And it's 17 minutes left. Seems early.
Awesome stuff, mate. Keep it coming. U4, you've just done a 208.00. That's half distance. We estimate 10 minutes of fuel left.
I think I was trail braking a bit hard on that previous corner. That kind of spat me out a little. But see, I'm starting to push a lot. Guess I better stop doing that.
You cut the track. Keep it nice and tidy.
Nuh-uh. So 5 laps, yeah, so pitting soon.
We've got 10 minutes of fuel remaining. There's a faster class car approaching. Blue flag.
Thought he was going to dive on me, but he was courteous.
Left side.
Confused me. You can do it, dude.
Still
Go
there.
around the outside. You got the downforce. Do it.
Still there. Clear left.
Yeah, you can definitely go around the outside there if you're careful in a prototype, because they have so much downforce you can kind of stick it.
Thunder Valley. Looks like it's boring. Gap to P3. Ahead is now 3.9 seconds. The leader, Gerard, is pitting.
Okay, so he's putting 2. I've got 4 laps. So I will probably go another 2. Ample time, so I'll probably go another 2 and pit slightly on the early side, because
Well done, Rick. This is great.
if you're low on
Keep
fuel,
nailing those exits.
you can't come up that hill and pit. It pretty much kills you. You run out of gas on the hill. So I'm going to err on the side of caution and pit 1 lap earlier than usual.
Minutes left.
Prototype coming, looks like a Porsche.
Blue flag. There's a faster car approaching. The driver in front of us is 3 laps behind.
3 laps
Torres is
behind.
gaining on you. The gap is now 8.4 seconds. It's faster than you into Canada corner. Clear right. Faster car approaching. He's racing us for position. Don't expect a blue.
I did not see that guy. Jim, you're a little slow in the game there, Jim. I mean, a little warning to the fact that that guy was coming up behind me would have made me not panic. It was one of those jump scares. I was just about to turn in, and I was just taking a second to check the corner, make sure I was in the right gear, and all of a sudden this prototype's wailing in. Like, yeah, about that. Okay, I'm going to go 1 more lap. I got 3 laps. I'm going to go 1 more lap. I'm going to pit next time. No tires.
Okay, Rick. There's a car exiting the pits. Heads up.
That guy's Mustang coming out. So this time around, I will pit. Good thing about pitting too is it gets you, I mean, not only you get the fuel, but it seems like it gives your tires a chance to cool down a little bit. They get a little less squishy. They don't tend to slide as much, it seems like. You know, even if you don't take tires and end up with cold tires, it seems like that little break that you give them of the 30 seconds or so taking fuel, they appreciate it.
Okay, Rick. We estimate you've got 5 minutes of fuel remaining.
Good to know, Jim.
P2 behind is increasing. It's now 8.9 seconds.
This will be a fairly long pit too, I think, because it's a pretty long drive.
The pit lane speed limit is 45 miles per hour. We'll pull you to the end. Colin behind is pitting. 300 feet. 100 feet.
All right. Take fuel.
Front left, 90%.
Yeah,
left
tires
rear,
are great.
95.
Tires are great. Got just over 10 minutes left. I'm sure I'll bleed off some spots here as people get by me.
There's a car approaching. Watch your mirrors and stay behind the white line. Blue flag. Car in front is John's, car number 14.
Saw that prototype coming up fast, flashing his lights, trying to make sure I knew he was there so I didn't cut out. So I planned on that. So last thing you want to do is cut out in front of a fast mover.
Okay, Rick, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
I think that's my friend the Mustang. I'd like to get in front of him. But I need to let the tires come up a little bit.
Gap to P4. Ahead is increasing. It's now 4.7.
Yeah, so it came out in P5, which makes sense. So I think that's about where I was going in. Well, I mean, going in, I think I was like P1 or P2, but that's just because everybody pitted. But I think when people started their pit stints, I think I was pretty close to 5.
There's an incident in turn 14.
Got very dark in Camden Corner.
P5. Blue flag. There's a faster car approaching.
Yeah, I got looks like an 8-second gap to the Mustang in front of me. And I'll be surprised if I can catch him, but if he gets caught up by a prototype, I might have a chance. Something got very dark.
You're reeling Johns in. The gap's now 3.6 seconds.
I went kind of deep on that, but I'm trying to
Bill Mitchell bend.
catch this guy. 6 minutes. I don't think I'm going to catch him unless he makes a mistake. If he makes a mistake or somebody upsets his rhythm,
Track temperature's decreasing.
maybe.
It's now 81
doubt it.
Fahrenheit. Sector 2 is a second off the pace. Incident in turn 6. You think it might be Silver?
I think that guy was the guy driving the purple Mustang, the name, but maybe I'm wrong.
Alright, Rick. 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes left. The gap to Johns ahead is now 2.8 seconds.
Little unsure of that braking. It's hard to see when the shadows kick in. It's really dark in there. It's hard to see your markers. But that means that everybody's suffering the same thing.
Blue flag past the car behind.
Blue flag.
Your last lap time was at 2:07.19.
A prototype came around behind me and ended up in the grass four-wheeling, so he's coming up fast.
Blue flag. Okay, Rick. Faster car approaching. It's their class leader.
Boy, I overbroke there hard, but
Car left.
it's okay.
Clear left.
Gives him a pass.
Car left. Clear left. Blue flag.
Nah, unfortunately, I think I got kind of hosed by those two guys.
You've got 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
I lost 2 seconds on that lap, and in part to me too, because I did overbrake, but I knew that prototype was wailing up behind me.
The gap to Johns in front is now 3.9 seconds. Okay, Rick, there's a faster car approaching.
2 minutes, probably 2 laps.
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
I'm gonna guess 2 minutes, 2 laps left. I don't know what the gap is behind
You've
me.
used half your fuel.
much better. You can hang it off the side there.
The car's approaching.
You have to be real careful though coming up over that hill because it'll kill you.
Car right. Clear right. Blue flag.
Offline. That's okay. I feel like you can't get into the you can't get into the gas on that because the car wants to push out. Stay over here and let this guy back.
On your right, clear right. There's an incident in Bill Mitchell Bend. We think it might be Brennan. Yellow flag.
That was a Mustang in the middle of the road. Who that was. I'm guessing this is last lap.
Incident in the Kink. It looks like Cole. White flag, last lap.
Yeah, I don't really have much of a chance of catching this guy. I'm curious what position I'm in, though. I wonder if that guy was ahead of me.
Okay, Rick. There's a faster class car approaching. Car left.
Can't give you any more room, dude.
He's still there. Clear left.
Gotta go for it. Yeah, that LMP2 seemed a little not sure if he was going to make it around that. That's okay, I appreciate it. I guess I'd rather he be more cautious than be too brave and end up kill us both.
We estimate you've got 5 minutes of fuel remaining.
Well, I was catching this guy. Maybe in a couple laps I could have got him. I think he just got caught up by some prototypes. Nice race. That was good.
P5. Okay, that's the end. Good finish, mate. Well done. That's the end of the session.
All right, 38 seconds. I will finish out this lap and actually I got 1x. I'll just park it. See if I can figure out how I did on that one. Yeah, that was pretty good. Let's go over here and look at the results. Not bad. Looks like a fair number of people didn't even qualify. So maybe that's that purple Mustang that came wailing up by me. Maybe he didn't even qualify. Let's go look at the official results. I don't even want to look at the one for the the first race. The Sebring race was a disaster, but some of them just don't go as planned. Yeah, that's not bad. I got some good points out of that one. I got some safety rating out of that one. I finished 5th. No complaints. Quite a few people behind me. Some people looks like they didn't even Maybe didn't even finish first lap, but not too shabby. I will take it. All right, let me go to this. Yeah, so that pretty much wraps it up for tonight. You know, it was unfortunate that Sebring ended up that way, but again, you just sometimes, no matter how safe you are, you end up getting caught out by somebody who makes a error of judgment or runs out of talent, I believe is what they call it. Somebody who just decides they're going to do something a little silly and end up killing you and them in the process, which benefits nobody. But, you know, one of the things, though, with iRacing and similar sims is you can actually protest when somebody does something blatant. That is totally not the case of this one. All this was is a guy who tried to stick it around the outside, didn't give me enough room after essentially forcing me off. So was he at fault? I think he was at fault. I went back and looked at the replay. I couldn't have given him really any more room. And of course, hitting the apex of that corner, I was going to come back out into the lane, and he just got too greedy and was trying to dive in. So I don't know what the hell he was thinking, but either way, killed me, killed him, and I'm sure I lost a whole lot of safety rating and a whole lot of points. But that's okay. That's sometimes how the way the whole thing turns out. But I'm going to wrap it up for tonight. And I want to thank everybody who decided to tune in to watch tonight. And again, as always, please hit the like, please leave a comment, please subscribe, talk to me in chat. I definitely try to talk to people while I'm racing. I try not to tunnel vision. I try to be social, but probably good that I don't, because I end up in the grass a lot less that way. But again, thanks everybody for coming tonight, and I'll see you around, and peace.